Hey guys, Jeremy here with Simple Life. Recently I've been thinking I want a project for this channel. Something that would be fun to either restore or build, work on, modify, and something bigger than just like a one video project. So my wife and I were searching on Marketplace and my wife actually found this thing, Largo. And this was one of those classic situations. It was running when it was parked 3 years ago, apparently. It's actually fairly rough. The carburetor was left open with no filter, so there's a whole bunch of pine needles in there. I think this is gonna be quite a project. Also, I don't know if this roll cage was homemade, like an afterthought. These seats, I don't believe, were stock. Generally, these kind of came with more of a bench. Really, these things are designed to be a utility vehicle, something you can take out hunting or checking cattle. They're not known to be super fast. Apparently, the guy said with this snowmobile engine in here, though, this thing really ripped, but we got this thing for 500 bucks, and I think we can get it running. The tires are actually in really good condition. I'm excited for this one. Let's get this thing unloaded. I'm just gonna try with the forks under here. Might be a bad idea, but we'll give it a shot. All right, first order of business, we just need to get all the garbage out of here. There's like a bone. Looks like air conditioning, refrigeration hoses. Free WD-40. Sweet. 12 volt air compressor, tire inflator. What's this? Oh, here's a battery box. A battery. More WD-40. Chain lube. A whole bunch of beer cans. Well, that may not be a good sign. Some weird type of linkage. Spline here. Male spline, female spline. Oh, that's weird. Huh, that might be a really bad sign if that's from this thing. Oil gas mixing bottle. Well, that's handy. Might hold on to that. Some extra chain. Although the likelihood is that's not extra chain, that's a broken chain. Well, I'm gonna grab the shop vac and see rid of most of this junk. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just start taking off panels and just get a gist, see if I can figure out roughly what state this is in. Okay, does that free the seats? Yes, it does.
crud in there. Nasty. Everything is seized. Let's see if we can get this thing to move. Oh, it's moving, yes. I'm kind of an impatient guy. I just want to see if there's any way we might be able to see if this engine has life in it. I would appreciate if any of you guys know about these, maybe even know what type of model this is, if it's actually made by Argo. I do know there were other companies that made similar vehicles. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the way these turn is like a skid steer style. So basically, if you want to turn right, you run the wheels on the left side faster than the wheels on the right side. It just scooches it around that direction. Alright, so when I turn the key, the radiator blower comes on. So I think really, this is just going to be a whole bunch of disassembly right now. I'm going to try and figure out how to get this top part off. Probably going to take out the exhaust. This roll bar, I can't even figure out how it's fastened other than welded, which I don't love the idea of. So I might end up cutting this off because it's kind of a pain to work around. But I think while I'm at it, I'm gonna cut of water. Oh, that is so much better. So this is actually fiberglass together. So if you look right here, there's the seam, but then they actually patched it for this portion. I can see, oh, I think they cut this because these are all bolted right here. And that should remove the fuel tank. We are making progress. It's so muggy right now, I'm just sweating. Not even hot in the shop, it's just all the humidity. Now, I don't know about you, but I always buy these little knickknacks and doodads, and sometimes even if I don't necessarily have a use for them, it's gonna come in handy sometime. So this is just like a little pry tool. It'll lift 300 pounds. Hopefully, I can use this. It's got this little bulb and you inflate it. Hoping that'll reef this thing out. Come on, buddy. Nope. There we go. But now, how is it going to come out? That's going to be fun to put back in. That is one big fuel tank. All right, got the fuel tank. Now we can see what we have. Got the drive going to the transmission, the chain, but the chain coming to here is off, and then this one is in water. I'm gonna suck all this water out of here. Wow. This is going to be a decent project. Definitely a project. About that much water in the bottom. Some of these models had a bilge pump. I don't know if this one did. All right, so I think the game plan, eventually I'm gonna take this outside, lift the front end way high in the air, pressure wash this all out. But before I do that, I wanna see if I can get the engine running. If I can, depending how well it runs, I'll probably use this one. The one thing I'm not crazy about, it's a pull start. I love for utility, like work vehicle, just to be able to turn the key and electric start it, but this doesn't have electric start. So we're gonna spend a little more time and fiddle. Here's a little grease zerk for this bearing. We're gonna spend a little more time and drain all this stinky fuel out of here, put some new fuel in. We're gonna see if this engine will run. That's some nasty gas. I don't have any jerry cans to mix stuff in. All I've got is this 50-to-1, but it'll work. Oh boy. Well, I've been trying to get this thing running. Pulling and pulling. I bled all the old gas out, pumped in clean gas, and I've been yanking on this thing for like 10 minutes. And this is a hard engine to turn over. It's a Kohler engine. But yeah, this thing is just giving me the frits. So I went and did a little online searching, and I can get, for about $1,200, I can get a 21 horsepower, 750, 720, I forget what it is, cubic centimeter, V-twin, air-cooled with electric start. I believe it has the right size shaft diameter, it is the correct rotation. And I just kind of think to be able to get in, push a button, and have it start. I also, in looking here, I think I might have a bent axle. When you look at that front tire, compared to the rear tires, front wheel, it looks like it's cambered like this. So I wonder if that axle's a bit bent. You know, it's funny, sometimes I get projects like this and I'm like, maybe there's a chance I can just like put some fresh gas in it and it'll all work. No dice. So here's where we're at right now. Got the fuel tank out. The engine does kick over, but it doesn't stay running. This might be one of those things I just need to take a break from it. Because when I start sweating like this, I get kind of frustrated at whatever it is that's making me sweat. And then need to hook up, see what condition the chains are in. I mean, it's a fairly decent heavy chain, so, but we'll see what condition that's in, see where the one is for that side. But I think what I'll do is I'll lift the front of it up, almost vertical, and I'll come in here with a pressure washer and just clean it all out, and then use compressed air and blow it all out. And then we can decide what we're going to do with the engine. Oh, look at this. That is like a grease fitting manifold somebody put in there. That's fancy pants. So it's kind of like a snowmobile. It's got a centrifugal clutch. So this is off the engine. This goes into the transmission. And what I understand is that this is basically kind of like a limited or like a slip differential. And when you're running, give it throttle. This plate gets closer and it pulls it down. This plate's spring loaded. You see the spring? And as the belt gets tighter, because this thing's coming closer, this belt rises higher up on this one and starts sinking down into that one. And that makes you go. And this has 4 different speeds plus reverse. And then you've got a brake here and a brake here. And when you turn, you're essentially just braking that side. And then this limited slip differential, whatever it is, I don't know, something along those lines, it will just end up putting more power to that side. So that's how it works. I still think for 500 bucks, this is a pretty good deal. We've got first, second, third, fourth, and a reverse. So this thing will be a fun vehicle. I think I'm gonna get rid of that engine, because this was all somebody's homemade radiator job. These hoses. It'd be nice to just have an air-cooled engine. The exhaust on most of these comes right out the front here, but this one seems to have been different. Oh no. Yeah, there's no hole here. They could have fixed it or patched it. But usually just have the exhaust coming right out there. And tiny little thing actually. And then it looks like when they did these roll cages, they just welded this angle iron to this. So if I'm not going to keep the roll cage, which I don't think I will, again, coming in here and grinding these welds, repainting this. I did end up chunking the fiberglass a bit, so I'll probably Bondo that. If I go this far into it, I might actually give this whole thing a paint job. Well, that's going to do it for right now. I need to take a break from this. If you guys see anything I'm doing that I could be doing better, or if there's something that I'm misunderstanding, if you have experience with this stuff, I would love to hear your thoughts. And I don't even know if this is a legit buggy. Who made it? Is Largo a real company? I have no clue. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day, and hope I'll be cranking out a couple of these videos every week until we get this thing running. Cheers.